I want you to think about the worst teacher you've ever had. Now, were they a bad person or a bad teacher? How's it going, YouTube? Today we're going to explore this topic. I'm going to tell you my experience with bad teacher or bad people, and yeah, let's go. First of all, yep, I started to build the castle. Finally I have enough materials for the exterior. I'm not building during the video because I don't know how to build it. Like, I'm watching the tutorial while building, so it's a little bit weird to constantly look at the tutorial while I build and I talk. Anyway, bad teachers. They are everywhere, mostly in school, but also in other stuff. For example, they could be your swim instructor or your martial arts master, your sensei. Let me tell you, I knew from the start that this guy was a bad person. Second day of high school, first year, I never had a bad person being a teacher in elementary school or middle school because I don't know, everyone was just a bad teacher, but not a bad person. But in high school, I've seen two that I remember vividly. The first guy was our physics lab professor, which we had physics lab for 2 years. I don't really remember the first day we met him, but I kinda do, because when he entered the class, he started to talk and all the stuff. I knew he had something going on. He was behaving a weird way, like as if he was hiding something. Nothing much to say in the first day. So fast forward to maybe a few weeks, 1 month, we started to study, to do homeworks. After every lab experiment or experience, we have to write an essay on what we did. That's basically what we have done with physics, chemistry, and microbiology for every single year. Obviously, first year you don't know how to do this stuff, so you obviously need someone telling you how to. But the thing is that he showed us, let's give him a name, Diavolo, like Jojo. Diavolo showed us this essay made on like Word about how to write it. Then he gave us something really easy to do, like calculate the area of a sheet of paper, something like that. So we do, and then we had to write an essay on it. It was an homework, so we did it at home, and the next day we had to show it to him. And I wrote whatever I did with all the data, and I added something stupid in the conclusions. So everything went fine, no problems, and when I was taking the measures, a fly flew into my eye and I had to do it all over again. Haha, useless, funny joke. And he said, you don't need to add these stupid details. And oh wait, I forgot. We were doing home classes. COVID was around. So the first essay went pretty bad. And well, it's just the first one. Anyway, time goes by, and we do essays like every week, and it took me at least 2 to 3 hours to do this stuff. Sometimes it wasn't just the essay on the experience we did in class, it was we had to do an experiment in our house and then write something about it. It took me so much to do this, and he gave always basically the same grades. At some point everyone thought that he didn't even read our essays. He just give grades based on how much he liked you. That's the only answer. He was really bad at doing essays and stuff, but not only that, he started to behave like an asshole. He would make fun of us, call us slurs, like bye bastards or hassles. Whenever someone made a little mistake, he didn't know how to do something, he'd make fun of them like there was no tomorrow. There was one of our friends, a friend of the group, a girl. She used to talk really quiet, and the guy will tell her, speak up, come on, I can't hear you. And she said, I'm trying to speak up. And then he said, come close to me. Sit next to me. Come on, so I can hear you better. Come on, sit next to me. I can't hear you. I don't know about you, but that felt like he was trying to. So, it's been a year, and he was already a bitch. We and our parents tried to work on to fix his behavior with us, and obviously he did not give a shit, denying like that he ever did something weird or harassing us. We tried to get involved, like the school principal, but didn't work. He's a big presence in school. We tried everything we could to make him stop to behave like this, and I think it worked at some point because he actually stopped saying slurs to us. He started to kind of censor himself. Still didn't mean he stopped to harass everyone on his path and make fun of us. Now, hate is a strong word, I always thought. The only people I've ever hated at that point were my middle school bully, because he deserved the hate. But yeah, I started to hate this guy because he was really a bad person. Probably also a bad teacher, but a bad person, first of all. The second year, well, he kept making fun of us. Not in a bad way, like he used to, but it was still a bad way, okay? The last thing he did was that we had to build a small electrical circuit, but we had to buy the stuff to do it, and I thought it was already fucking waste of time and money and everything else, but I had to do it, otherwise he'll give us like the worst grade ever. Thanks to my father, because I had no absolute idea on how to make that, I asked my father, since he studied electricity and circuits, and he helped me to build this kind of stuff. But I needed to plug it to the electrical current because I had no generator. So next day I knew how it worked, I knew how to do it, but he did not care. He said, "Where's your generator?" I said, "I don't have one, so I have to," without letting me finish the sentence, because talking louder is like a winning move in arguments. He screamed, "Oh, he wants to attack it to the 220 of the school," and everyone laughed. Half of the people didn't even know why they were laughing, because they are too stupid to understand. But I wasn't laughing. I was furious. You have no idea how furious I was. He also gave me some packs in the back, like it was a big joke. That's the last thing he did. Doesn't mean we never saw him at all, because sometimes he would be our supplant cheat teacher for no reason and just harass everyone again. You know, I said before that I had to redo physics every year, and one of those years he was the teacher of the summer courses, and it was hell. Also the most useless course ever, because there were like 5 different classes. He spent like 1 hour and a half of the 2 hours course talking with the others, and then half an hour for a few hours to tell us some stupid stuff that we didn't even need for the exam. That year I basically studied alone on my own because it was useless. Let's see with this guy. Honestly, I hate this guy so much. I still do. This guy even tried to become the mayor of my town. Didn't succeed, because no shit, he didn't succeed. The next bad person, but not really the worst, is our chemistry teacher of the 3rd year. Basically, the 3rd year of my school, chemistry divides into 3 chemistries: microbiology, analytic chemistry, and organic chemistry. He was the analytic chemistry teacher, and he was the most chaotic teacher we ever had, because of how much his aura impacted everyone around it. The first day we met, he looked like a normal dude, always wearing t-shirts even in the winter. Okay, then like 3rd probably lesson, we did something that he didn't like. Maybe we didn't remember some 1st year chemistry knowledge, and that made a huge impact on how he perceived us. and he started to hate us for just because we didn't really remember, because we knew the stuff. One day, while he was interrogating, someone was talking really quiet, because we knew how much he got upset when we talk while he's explaining stuff. He stopped. He said, okay, that's it, everyone will do a test right now. And he did a fucking test on us, on everyone. It went bad for like almost everyone, and that's the point of no return. He was never the same after that day. He started to be a huge dick every single time. He started to compare us to the other class, like they are better, they are way beyond the program, everyone, each one of you sucks. So every single oral test of his was somebody crying, at least two people crying, because of how bad he treated everyone. He would scream every time we didn't talk for 5 seconds during an oral test. He was just angry. He entered in a class and he was angry with us. It's been like this the first year and a little bit of the second, constantly. And everyone hated him. It was psychological terrorism. I'm not kidding, it was. He was spreading fear. And we tried, thanks to our parents, to let him, stop being a fucking idiot. But he didn't, because he believed so hard that he was in the right. He was doing his job. He believed he was in fucking Whiplash. I don't know. We couldn't do anything. We could only study and hope. Oh, and by the way, I don't know, but he was the worst subject we had to study. Why is everyone else so good at analytic chemistry if it's so hard? Because it wasn't. He was the one making it hard, making every one of us going insane. With time, he got a little bit less angry. A little bit less, because each time you forgot something, it was the end of your life. He always said he was doing it for our good, but I didn't feel like it. Fear is the strongest emotion, the most ancient emotion ever, and he was the fucking lord of fear. I hope someone one day gets sick of his behavior and reports him to like the principal. Apart from these two, my school experience was pretty much bad teachers, not bad people. These guys really needed a shout out. Diavolo and Terence Fletcher. What have you learned from this video? There are bad teachers and there are bad people. If you have a dealing with a bad person, do everything you can to make them stop, because you are not a fucking slave, you are a person. And that's it. Next video will, I hope, will come out next week. The reason why I don't post like daily or almost daily is because I only record when no one is around. My headphones sucks, it doesn't filter any sound, so if someone is talking loud or doing anything else, I would hear it in the recording, and it messes up the quality audio. So yeah, okay, that's actually it. See ya.